5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This your boy T-Lo.
Yo, what's Gucci? This your man Tweet.
What up, y'all? DJ Kid Fresh.
What's up? This your boy RL.
And we're next.
And you're rocking with The Rebirth every Monday at 7 p.m.
With your host, Shay Marriott.
Let's go.
And Eli Isabel.
At Philly Jam 95.3 FM.
Good evening and welcome to The Rebirth on Philly Jam's 95.3 FM. I'm your host, Shay Marriott, and joining me, of course, no other than...
Hey, it's your boy Eli Isabel, a.k.a. The South got something to say. I'm glad you're getting on board with this. What's up, Rebirth family? What's up, Philly Jams 95.3? We're in the building. Happy Monday, Shay.
Happy Monday. Happy Monday.
What's goody good?
What's happening?
How was your weekend?
Rainy.
That's all you get?
Yes, that's all I got. It rained all weekend. It was good. But you know what? It's besides the aches that comes along with the rain for me, I kind of just chilled, and sometimes you need that downtime to sit down and just Netflix and chill.
Right.
So I was binging some stuff.
Were you nesting this weekend?
See, you be asking too much. You be asking.
That's what they call it, right? Were you nesting?
Whatever, man. Whatever. Anyway, 2 shows that you should watch. Okay. How to Get Rich on Netflix. Okay. Which is really good.
Is it a series?
It is. It's like, I think it's 8.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like 8 episodes. But if you're trying to get financially fit, like with your money, that would be a good show to watch. And Dear Mama.
Oh, with Tupac.
Yeah, that's actually really, really good. So I think that one's on Hulu. I believe that's on Hulu.
It's more about his mother or combination
just
of the two.
Everything. I mean, you learn more about the Black Panthers. You learn more about, her time in there, how she also, she was her own lawyer. Right. Yeah. His rage, where all that come from. Wow. It's good. Like Snoop's in there. The Hughes, the Hughes brothers, who
he beefed with back on the set of Minister Society.
Right. Well, they did pretty much all of his videos up until then. Right. So that story is interesting. So I don't want to give it away, but it's definitely a good documentary so far. And I think they drop a new episode every Saturday.
Okay. All right.
So you got to check it out.
So you watch BMF?
I do.
You watch Power?
Ghost? I do. And Snowfall.
So rank them in order. I had this debate at work.
Oh, my gosh. Right now?
Right now,
I'm going to be honest with you. Well, right now, what's happening with Ghost 2 with
very
Power
good.
It's really, really good. Now, Snowfall just ended.
Right.
So.
Phenomenal.
That was awesome. So, oh, gosh. I'm going to have to say, see, I'm between Snowfall and BMF is third. So Snowfall and Ghost 2 are my they kind of hand in hand, and then BMF.
Yeah, I'm Snowfall BMF.
Yeah,
I mean I'm Snowfall Power,
and then
BMF. Yeah, in that order.
Mary J. Blige is killing it on there. She's killing it I'm talking about when it comes down to her covering up stuff.
Yes,
she's killing it in that way.
But anytime she's kissing or being intimate, it's so awkward.
It is.
What is going on here? Have you never kissed a dude before?
I think that's just her. Have you watched her show The Wind Down?
I have not.
Okay, that's pretty good. It was coming on Wednesday nights. I think they've only done like 3 episodes, but she's interviewing like celebrities, and they're just sitting down drinking wine. But she does seem like she always just seems uncomfortable.
A little stiff.
Yeah.
Stiff.
So, but I got to give it to her. She keep pushing through it.
No, she's doing her thing. I'm not tripping on that part. But yeah, and also one last thing, then we're gonna move on. 50 Cent, the writing team. Drew, come on, it's too many scenes. Let somebody else have a sex scene, please. Jesus, H. This boy ain't nobody having sex with Drew.
You know they have different writers for each episode.
I guess I'm sick of seeing him toot it up though.
Toot it up.
Give me somebody else. Good Lord. Every time you turn around, that boy in the sex scene.
They showed his real life partner.
Listen.
Yeah, they showed his real life partner.
More power to him. All right, let's move on. My weekend was fine.
Congratulations to your daughter. She won 4th place, right?
She did.
You gotta pay attention.
4th out of 45.
That's awesome.
Very
Congratulations,
proud of that
Haley
kid,
Rose.
Man, yeah, she's all right with me.
That's what's
She's
up.
all right.
Yeah. So you had a good weekend?
I had a good weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. We went to a comedy show, and
Nephew Tommy, how was that?
it was great. I mean, everybody was great except for Lunel. Lunel, I don't know what was going on.
Oh Lord.
I left.
Oh well.
I left, and you know she's from Arkansas. I don't really walk out on folks from the crib. I was just like, yo, and then it was like 12 o'clock too. I was over there yawning. I was like, hey, we gotta go. It's like an hour ride back to the house.
Wow.
I realized I can't stay out late. Yo, I struggled yesterday. I got in the bed about 1:30, and I'm like, I ain't shit no more.
Yeah.
I used to do this with my eyes closed and get up at 7 and go to work.
Yeah. That 50 hit different, man.
Bruh, I ain't 50. Listen,
You.
I didn't get
you
up to
are
noon.
50.
I'm
Accept
50. It's
it.
all right. It's
okay.
all right.
All
Yes,
right.
ma'am. All right, right here, right now. Let's move on. As you all know, this past weekend, the NFL draft took place. And I had an awesome observation after I congratulate Mr. Bryce Young, who went number 1 in the NFL draft. Bryce Young is an American football player who was chosen by the Carolina Panthers this past weekend. He played college football at the University of Alabama, where he holds a school record for the most passing yards in a single game, 559. That's work. And he was the recipient of several Player of the Year awards in 2021, including a Heisman Trophy.
Oh wow.
Now, shout out to Bryce Young, young brother. Now, here's one thing I noticed. And a couple of the people as the draft went on, like our young men, the young brothers, there's always a little biracial child there. There's a white girl sprinkled out through there, here and there. But when all the white players are drafted, it's all white everything. You ever notice that? And I'm like, when? So here's the opportunity to have some generational wealth, right, for that black family. And at some point, this white woman, either by him moving on, transitioning in life, or them getting a divorce, this money will now be transferred back to that other side of, like, what are we doing?
This topic came up.
The white players, everybody white, from the agent to the girlfriends to the aunts, uncles. We always got a little sprinkle. Little sprinkle.
Yeah. So what do you think is you know what? Actually, we're going to save that question because I would like to discuss that with our guests that's coming up too.
Okay.
You know, we like to kind of throw little wings out there.
All right. Well, let's move on, and then we're going to get right to our guests. Real quick, our Black History moment. As you know, on Rebirth, we celebrate Black History 4 Mondays a month. It's all you get. Well, sometimes it's 5, depending on when the month started, right? I'm going to say 12 months a year instead of 4 Mondays a month because that could happen. Could be different. Dang, I have my stuff already, I have my stuff already ready. This is going to be quick because I want to get to our guest. She's awesome. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to find it.
Oh, you going to get us with a song?
Queued up.
Oh, my gosh.
What's
up, bass man? How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. What up, Shauna Simone? Thank you for tuning in.
Here we go. Y'all ready? All right. The Lincoln Motion Picture Company in Omaha, Nebraska is considered the first all-black movie production unit in the country. Its entire output was aimed directly at African-American viewers, founded in 1916 by brothers Noble and George Johnson. Soon relocated to L.A., the company made and distributed 5 films, which were generally limited to special showings for African-Americans in churches and small assembly halls. However, production expenses and minimal sales limited their ability to create additional films. As a result, the brothers went their separate ways. Their lack of long-term success, however, was only prolonged to a burst of activity by small, all African-American filmmakers that would grow enormously by the mid-1940s. Shout out to the Lincoln Motion Picture Movie Company, the first black-owned movie company in this country, out of Omaha, Nebraska.
Wow.
Home of Malcolm X, by the way. Did you know that?
Omaha.
All right, let's get to it. So you want to introduce our illustrious...
What you say? Our what?
Illustrious. Do you want to introduce our illustrious? I didn't say guest.
Did you just learn that word today?
Not
No,
at all.
okay.
Not at all. Jen tried to like to text me. You don't know how to spell it. Mind your business.
It's all good. All right, guys. So once again, welcome to the Rebirth here on Philly Jams 95.3 FM. So she is not a stranger to the show. She has been with us before, I think twice. You joined us before with Grieving with Hope, and then you came back another time. I don't know if you remember. Do you remember that? Okay, all right. So once again, welcome again. But this time I get to introduce her as an author as well as a lawyer. So welcome to the Rebirth, friend of the show, Mrs. Janell Foster Esquire.
Hey. Welcome back.
What's up, lady?
Thank you. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing good.
Good. You see, excuse this foolishness. This, it's
This her third time. She know what she getting.
you already know what's getting ready to happen up in here. So
I'm gentle.
yeah. So welcome back, and I'm so excited because you got you have a new book. We're going to talk about a children's book at that.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about your new title, being a lawyer.
Yes.
That's amazing. Give it up for that.
How about
Seriously,
it?
give
That
it
alone.
up for that. Yes, absolutely. So, Janell, tell us a little bit about yourself. For those that are just joining in, just tuning in, tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
Okay, my name is Janell Foster. I'm an attorney. I own a law firm in Media, Pennsylvania. It's the law office of Janell Foster. I'm also an author, a children's book author. I wrote a book that has just come out. I'm very excited to talk
Wow.
You
about
guys
it.
to see right here.
So, it is the Super Hair Squad, and it is a book about 3 young girls who are superheroes, and they are fabulous.
Love it. That's what's up.
That's so exciting. So,
It is.
because you have a couple hats that you wear. So we're gonna start with the book.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about the book. Tell me about the inspiration. What inspired you to write this book?
Okay, so I started this book actually when I was in law school. Mm-hmm. So when I was in law school, I actually also locked my hair. Mm-hmm. So I have sister locks. Mm-hmm. And
Sister Locks in the house.
absolutely. And so
Oh,
my
everybody got
daughter-
sister
We all got
Yes,
sister
we
locks
all
up in
got
here.
sister locks. That's right. That's right.
The new growth is crazy over there. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I also locked my daughter's hair. And at the time, let me see, she's 13, 12, 11, 10. So maybe she was about 9, maybe 10 when we locked her hair. And it was a lot of controversy, not about me locking my hair, but about me
Your
locking
daughter's.
her hair.
Wow.
And,
Okay.
I heard the comments, oh, she has quote unquote good hair.
Wow.
So she has long, good hair. Why would you lock her hair? So I was like, so is locks only for women that have ugly hair? Like, I don't understand.
Right.
So, and just with her going to school and her being one of the only girls her age that had, locks in her hair, it just made me start thinking about how is it
Yeah.
for a young girl? For me, I got locked. I was in my late 30s, so I
Right.
was a confident woman.
Right.
So any negativity that came my way about having locks in my hair was easily dispelled.
Right. Right.
So I wanted to write a children's book where there were characters that had all different type of hair groups, hairstyles, because we know hair is a big thing in African American.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's a very big thing for us. So I
Yeah.
wanted to write a book where we had a girl with locks.
Okay.
We had a girl with puffs because that's a traditional style that the
Right,
girls
right.
wear. And we just had a girl with her hair out because I can
Okay.
remember growing up just asking our mom, can I wear my hair out? That was almost like a rite of passage.
Yeah, because we only did
For-
that on Easter.
Right. 'Cause other than that, you
Yeah.
had
Right,
ponytails, you had braids, you had something, and you
Right.
just said, "Mom, when can I start wearing my hair out?"
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I wanted to have a character that had her hair just out in her full glory. So it
I
just
love
kind
it.
of just transpired from there, and it just started out from me thinking about my daughter and
Yeah.
just her having locks, and then it just transpired from me wanting to have heroes for our girls to look at
Right.
that had hair like they had.
Right.
You know, so they can see themselves.
So what's
love
with
it.
the subtitle? No more Wi-Fi. Explain that.
So I've written the first 30 books in a series.
Jeez.
And so this is the first book. So each book has its own subtitle.
Okay.
So this first book is No More Wi-Fi.
Oh.
So let me say this to you. Go
Yes.
home and turn off the Wi-Fi and see what happens with Helly.
Duly noted.
So you already know.
I have a question. Do you have 8 days in your week? How do you find time to write a series of books and be a lawyer? And
So I've been doing this for a long time. So
Okay,
this
so it's
isn't
over-
something-
okay.
Yeah, so I started this book in 2000 and maybe 17.
Okay.
Okay.
So it just started with the idea.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
The idea that I wanted to write a children's book that
Mm-hmm.
had girls that looked like us, and I wanted to focus on the hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it has just evolved from there to here, where we are
Yeah,
today. So here, I
absolutely.
just literally got the shipment today.
Wow.
Okay.
So
Wow.
I'm so excited. So I actually just got the shipment.
I'm
today.
so excited for you.
This is
Can
dope,
you
yeah.
introduce the characters to us?
Absolutely. So, all three of them, there's no main character.
Okay.
They're a team of girls who are superheroes. So we have here, the character in yellow is Diamond Dazzle, and she is created after my daughter Diamond.
Okay.
So the character actually looks a lot like her.
Okay.
And then we have Jasmine Jules here in pink, and she has the locks and the beads in her hair. And then we have Portia Puff, and Portia is created after my sister-in-law Putty.
Okay.
Her real name
Chocolate.
is Sabrina, but her
Yeah.
nickname is Putty. And that character was created after her. And Jasmine Jules was created after my daughter, Jasmine.
Love
That
it.
is
And all
nice.
of them have different superpowers.
Okay.
So Diamond Dazzle, her superpower is that her hair can light up and glow, and it also can conduct electricity.
Oh, nice.
That's her superpower. And Jasmine Jules' superpower is that her beads and her hair, she can command them to do anything. They can build bridges. They can build cuffs. if
Oh,
she needs to
wow.
lock somebody up. So whatever
Oh,
she
you got
needs to
creative
do.
on this one, huh?
Yeah, so her beads come off and she commands them to build whatever she needs. And then Portia Puff, her puffs spin so fast that they propel her and she goes at a lightning speed. So she can get somewhere within seconds.
Love it.
I
Within
love
seconds.
it.
So they use their superpowers. They go to Chester High School. I'm from Chester.
Right,
so-
right. Nice.
gotta be a
You
superhero to be up in there.
represent. Yes.
You gotta
I
be a
love
superhero
the
there.
representation.
Yes,
of,
absolutely.
yeah.
And so they get their orders from the principal. So when different things happen, the principal basically assigns them, whatever is going on.
Oh, okay.
Within the school, within the city. And so they do have nemesis.
Okay.
The Bunnet Squad.
I can't wait to hear. I can't wait to hear the name of their.
So
Yeah.
the nemesis are the Twisty Twins.
Can you turn that towards the? Because I just want people to see how beautiful this. Yes. Oh, okay, right here. It's that
Okay,
camera.
okay,
Yes,
good.
the illustration is
you.
amazing.
It is amazing.
So these are the bad girls. They're the
Okay.
nemesis, and they're the Twisty Twins.
They
They
look
are
bad.
twins, and they are always
They're like
up
they ready
to
to fight.
something. Right.
The Twisty Twins.
Yes. So they're basically trying to take over the school, take over the city. They're convinced that they need to basically take over everything.
Okay,
So
okay.
They're constantly trying to get them back in line.
And what is
Wow.
their super? Do they have a power?
No, they don't have powers. What they have is they have gadgets. So if you
Oh.
look, they're very high tech. They
Okay.
have high tech computers and cell phones, and
Oh, okay.
they also control.
Hence the Wi-Fi.
They can
love
control
it.
robots. They have
Okay.
a whole team of things. So they're not powerful, but
Uh-huh.
they are very
They're smart.
electronically
Yeah.
inclined.
Yes.
So they can control androids and some of them robots and all different type of things that they.
I can't wait to read my book.
Dang,
can't
I'm
wait to read it.
definitely
You
gonna
see on
buy
their little
this.
cell phone, they're typing in their little codes because they about to do something.
This is awesome.
Yeah, and they have twists in their hair. So I tried to represent every different hairstyle.
The different styles that you see.
That was very important to me. So here, this is when they really decide and they ready to get it cracked.
Oh, it's about to go down.
and the Super Hair Squad is ready for them. So one of the important things to me when writing this book is I didn't want the girls to fight.
Okay.
So I thought very long and hard. I did not want them physically fighting each other because I didn't want to promote that. So in every book, they're controlling something that the hair squad is fighting against.
Okay.
But it's never ever each other. So even in our fight scenes,
yeah,
they're fighting the robots.
Oh, that's creative.
Okay.
That's
so
dope.
I thought a
Definitely.
long time about that. I said I don't want to promote our girls fighting each other, so you'll never ever see them physically fighting each other.
That's good.
That is so
Look, I
awesome.
love the pow, the bam, and the wham. Remind me of Batman.
Her beads are coming off, and it's been a part of it. So
This could really be like a cartoon. Seriously.
That's what
Oh, am I getting ahead of us?
Yeah,
All right,
it's okay though. Yeah.
I was trying to find it. 1 second.
No, but I mean, you already see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's already.
It's very clear.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You could definitely see this as a cartoon.
Absolutely, and that's the goal for me. Is to make this a cartoon. As you can see her in this scene, the beads build a bridge because the Twisty Twins are at a tower where they've taken over the Wi-Fi and turned it off for the whole city.
Yeah.
And so it was no way for them to get up there. So she commanded her beads to come off and build a whole bridge.
Wow.
And allow them to be able to get to the top of the tower. So she's a very powerful girl.
I love it. I love it. What was your daughters and your sister-in-law's reaction to the characters, because you named them
after them. And they look like them. So, I mean, they were all super excited. And even my husband is in the book. So,
okay.
I have more
who he play?
So, he's the principal. Here.
Wow.
Oh, he's the everyday man.
Wow.
So, yes, my husband is giving out the orders to the girls.
Oh,
he's
my
giving them their
goodness.
assignments. So, he's the principal at the school. So, every character in this book means something to me. So, this is my nephew Keyshawn. That's his name in the book.
Okay.
And this is my nephew Alvin. And so he's in the book. So every character, and then this is Principal Percy. So my husband's middle name is Purcell, and his little nickname for himself is Percy. So
I love it.
We got Principal Percy in the book.
I love it.
So
did you send the actual real pictures of your family
I
to
never
her?
did. And it's so
Really?
we worked at everything. She didn't want to see the pictures. She wanted to just work off my vision. We literally did this for a year and a half, the graphics.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
And it was a back and forth where she would send me prototypes and I would say, oh, no, that's not what I'm envisioning. Change this, change that, change this. And what I would say is that she was amazing. She took
Who is
all
she?
my
Let's
feedback.
shout her out.
Mandy L. Fernandez.
Mandy Fernandez. Believe it or
Wow.
not, I found her on Instagram.
Okay.
Really?
I did.
Okay.
And I loved her work.
Was she one of those people say, if you need graphics, please hit me up? You know how they come in
They
on
do
your
your
posts?
cartoon picture.
She illustrated other books.
Okay.
And as I was looking for someone to illustrate my books, I needed someone who could get the hair perfect.
The hair was important.
I
Right,
wanted, and I
yeah.
wanted the skin tones. That was very important to me. And when I saw her other work, I felt like, okay, this.
Yeah.
I see what she's done, so I know that she can do what I need. So
Very
Love it.
talented.
and I told her from the beginning.
Yeah.
Now I'm very particular because I see these characters. So
Yeah.
this really has
Yeah.
to be what I see.
I feel you.
And she said, as long as it takes until we get it done. And it took about a year and a half.
Wow.
Because it was a lot to create, right?
Yeah.
You know.
And it's so clear. It's
Yes.
very pretty, very pretty.
And it jumps off at
Yeah.
you. Like it's very,
Yeah.
it's like it's in HD. Like it's really like very clear and nice.
Thank you.
So I
Wow.
know that you, like we said, you did a lot of representation of your family and everything, but this book is important for you because why? Why did you feel the need to do a children's book? Like, what did you want people to get from this outside of, your daughter's hair
Right,
and all
absolutely.
of that?
It's the
Like,
representation for me. I wanted every little black girl to be able to walk up to this book and say, "Oh my gosh, she looks like me."
She looks like me. Yeah.
You know, because and they're superheroes. You know, to me that's very important because I think that there's an inner superhero in all of us, right? But you don't know that if you don't see someone who looks like you,
Right.
who is the superhero, so that you can say, okay, how am I a superhero in my life? So I just felt like there's not a lot of children's books out there. There's not a lot of cartoons and all of the things that show all black cast.
Right.
And I wanted to represent dark girls. I wanted to represent light girls, medium tone, even with the sizes. I
Yeah.
wanted to represent a girl that's, you know, this size, that size. I just wanted you to be able to, no matter what your size, color, how your hair looked, I wanted you to be able to look to this book and say, oh my gosh, that looks like me.
Yeah,
And that starts
absolutely.
the creativity, right? It starts when you're young. You know, it starts you feeling good about yourself. That's really important to me. And about your looks is how you start to feel good about looking in the mirror.
Right.
Yep.
And we need that representation.
Absolutely.
You know, we need the representation.
So you mentioned earlier about your daughter, and she got locks, right? She has
She
sister
has
locks.
locks.
And so what was that? What was the reaction she received at school when she showed up with, sister locks?
A lot of women would pull her over and be like, "Let me see your hair. Like, what is this? You know, what do you have?" Like, just not knowing,
Right.
you know, what it was, and asked her a lot of questions. And, you know, she was young, so it wasn't always comfortable. And it was mainly the adults. The kids really didn't care. But,
Really? Wow.
you know, she would have a substitute teacher, and the teacher would call her out and be like, "Come up, let me see your hair."
Right.
And I had to teach her to embrace that. You know, to love that. You know, yes, there aren't other girls that have sister locks in your class, but guess what? That's what makes you special.
Right.
You know, but just learning to be okay with standing out, you know.
Did she initially embrace them, or did she struggle with embracing them initially?
She always embraced
She
them.
always
she
embraced
wanted
them.
them. I didn't
Okay.
force it on her. You know, she decided that she wanted to get it. She always embraced it. I don't think that she's gotten a lot of negativity. I think I probably got more from
As
other
the
women
parent,
just
from hearing it.
questioning
Wow.
my motives of why I got it. And actually Diamond has them too. She doesn't in the book. But Diamond also has locks as well. And so does Pudding. All of us have locks.
Right.
But I didn't want to give us all locks in the book because I wanted to represent every girl.
Yeah.
Do you think
I
it was
love it.
more so because locks seem to be really more socially acceptable than any other time ever?
Right.
Do you think why do you think other adults gave you such a hard time about? Was it because of the quote
It was
unquote good
because she
hair
had
thing?
good long hair, so it was like, and I don't believe in good hair or bad hair. I'm
Right.
telling you what people said to
Right.
me, which was, if she had good long hair, why did you do this? And I'm like, well,
That's offensive.
and yeah, it is. It was highly offensive, and so I always came back with, so. Is every woman that has locked her hair, did she make that decision because her hair was ugly? Is that what you think? Because I know my hair wasn't ugly,
Right.
and I got the locks before she got them. So it's just, I think, a mindset.
It is. It's definitely a mindset, because I kind of went through that with a couple people. You even said something initially.
What did I say?
You even said something initially.
What did I say?
However,
Because I was used to you one way. Then you showed up.
it's all good. It's all good.
You had the big
But
Whitney Houston hair. Then you
but
come here.
because I had, so the thing, it is a mindset. It definitely is a mindset. From just growing up, we as kids, and I'm older than you, but as kids, we couldn't embrace what our natural curl pattern was with our hair. You had, back then, you had either the perms or you had the Jerry curls, right?
Right.
So
Just for me.
just for me,
Or
right?
a combination of both. A Jerry curl in the front and a perm in the back.
Right, exactly. Finger waves on the side, But it is definitely a mindset. I'm so glad to see that this generation of people, it's not like that now. We are really embracing our natural hair, and it's beautiful. It is so beautiful, and I love that for us. But our older people are kind of still stuck in that mindset.
Yes.
So when you, like that comment was even made, you have good hair. Why are you doing that to your hair? What is good hair? Like, define that. You know what I'm saying? We have been shown so much of, you know, the European, that with the European, that is
socially acceptable.
That's right.
From our parents' generation and our grandparents.
Right.
Straight,
what's beautiful
permed,
and I mean, think about all, and they're still doing this in places like Jamaica and Africa, where they're bleaching their skin because it's, you know, the lighter you are, the socially accepted you are. Even in Thailand, when I visited over in Thailand, I had no idea there was racism in regards to the dark ties and the light ties, you know? So it's just, you know, I'm glad to see that we are moving in a whole different space. We have that generation. And this is even going to be even more helpful because we're seeing it in books. We're seeing it on, you know, a lot of the stars are now starting to embrace their natural hair.
Yes.
Some of them, you know, some of them embrace it, but then they'll throw their wig back on, whatever. But, you know, but I love this. And I mean, I'm just really excited. I know that you're going to do well and get the following that you need so we can see this on TV.
Yes, that's the goal. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
But yes, my goal is I would like to get this turned into a cartoon. I would like to see it on some platform. I'm not naming any because I'm open.
Right.
You know, but
I know that's right.
Whoever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted this to be a cartoon, and that's always been, you know, where my heart was. I want, and I see it and I feel it. Like, me and these characters are so connected.
I could tell
They
how
are
you
my
were,
babies.
how when
They
you're
are
talking
my
about it, you
babies.
just light up.
Yeah, they're my babies.
Yeah.
You know, they're really my babies, like in real
Literally.
life.
In real life, they are. Yeah.
Can you imagine your daughter's voice on a cartoon?
I know.
Her voicing her person and your
Voiceovers.
niece. And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
that would be hot.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, have you written yourself a character yet in the book?
I did not.
Okay.
And I purposely didn't write myself
Okay.
in. I
Okay.
didn't.
All right.
You gonna stay out of it?
I am.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you need a male character down the line, because this is a series, right?
I can't
It's
wait.
a series.
And you need a guy that can solve crimes with jokes
Right.
or something like that.
I'm always looking for inspirations because all my characters come from real people.
All right.
They come from real people.
Well, you keep me in mind. I won't
I
charge
will.
you nothing. It's for the babies.
So we're going to read some of the comments. Michelle Allen said, beautiful, so proud of you. Anitra Green. What up, Anitra? She said, I love the inclusivity. I can't even get it. I can't even say the word.
It's an inclusivity. I can't see it right now. But.
Of all society shows limited views. Shauna says, this is amazing. Kalina, she says, we're so proud of you, Janell Foster. That's awesome. And Anitra said, colorism is real. Absolutely.
Colorism is real.
It is definitely real.
Wow.
Definitely.
So is there going to be...
within our own
Yes.
interracism.
And like you say, every race.
Huge.
Like, I work with some Latinos, and they talk about the difference between Dominicans and how they're treated as opposed to light up Puerto Ricans. It's everywhere. Yeah. This light skin, dark skin thing is ridiculous.
It is.
It's too much. Yeah.
It's crazy.
And I have in my book, I literally think I have every single skin tone that I could get into the one book.
Yeah.
You didn't leave nobody out.
Like, I'm like, no matter what skin color you got, you're in this book. No matter what.
With your natural hair.
Yup.
With your natural hair.
Yup.
Even
And
the
I love
boys,
it.
You know, even the boys, I was very specific to try to get the boy that has the low fade, you know, the boy that got a little curly something happening at the top. You know, I tried to do that as well. And I actually...
You did a good job.
Yeah,
I actually wrote the next series outside of just the girls is starring the two boys. They have a detective series. So we have created something for the boys as well. Not that boys
That was my
can't
next question.
read this. Not that boys can't because boys are in it.
Yeah.
But I also have created a detective series book for the boys. So
Nice.
look out for that.
I think
Nice.
that's important too for boys, because I'm gonna make sure my kids at Head Start hear this story. I'm gonna read it to them.
Yes.
However,
Yeah.
my point is, I think the boys need to hear this so they will begin to understand, like
Yes.
how the many phases of black women and what everything we can do with our hair, and be
Absolutely.
comfortable with that.
Absolutely.
It's not anything to clown or tease anybody about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we need to start that early.
Because I'm going to be honest with you. When and you can share your experience, but I don't care where I go. where I don't care where I go, I don't care what country I'm in, I don't care where I go, there's always someone saying, "Oh my God, I love your hair," and they know what they are. That was the part that I was like, "Oh, you know," and I even said, "You know what they are?" It's like, "Yeah, they're sister locks. I love your hair," and even the guys,
absolutely,
they was like, "Oh, sister, I love your hair. Sis, your hair is beautiful," you know, and it's just like, I'm loving that. Like, thank you. Like, I appreciate that, you know? So I think, like, so far as I'm saying this because of the boys, I think boys, men, period, I'm not saying what y'all prefer or not, but I think the men do truly embrace our natural hair. It's us that don't embrace it. Right. We are the ones that wasn't embracing it. I think the more that we feel confident in our own skin and our hair, our men love that.
Yeah.
Right.
I remember years ago, maybe like 7, 8 years ago, I was on this panel called Naturally Redefined. And this girl, Tawanda, I can't think of her last name right now. Cuffy. She put this event on. I was on this panel talking about what do black men really think about natural hair. And it seemed like all their brothers were cool with it. The hang-ups were from the women. Like, I was like, because they presented very confident, but during the Q&A, they really weren't very confident. They really were really concerned about what we thought about, you know, locks or just natural big hair. And I was just like, wow, y'all are really not as confident as you present. Because if you're cool with it, then that shines through for me. That makes me like it even more if you wear it with confidence. But yeah, it seems like women, like you said, I think women are more concerned about it than maybe men are.
And I agree, and that's why with me with this book, I think it starts at an early age as a confidence booster.
Absolutely.
And so I think the more representation that you see of your natural hair and all different types of hairs, you know, hairstyles and types at a younger, earlier age is the more comfortable by the time you get to be a grown woman that you feel about your hair. I think our generation, we don't feel as comfortable because when we were young, our parents were putting perms in our hair. They were constantly trying to change the texture of our hair. Jerry curls, perms, and all of
combs,
that. So hot
ears
combs,
all burnt up.
Yeah. So because our parents, and I love you parents, this isn't an insult.
We love
against
you.
We love you. But our parents trained us that our hair had to be changed.
Right.
So that's the image that we got. And so that's why it's so important for me to have this book to show little girls that you don't have to do any of those things. Your natural hair is good enough. It is super powered, you know, and we hear a lot about black girl magic and all of those things, and I agree with it. But I just, the powerful, like our hair is our magic. That's our crown. Your hair is your crown, and it's one of the things that make you feel good or bad about yourself. You know, hence where people say good hair, bad hair. It starts right from the beginning. You're told as a small black girl coming up, you know right away if you got the good hair or the bad hair. You know.
Right.
And so that starts your confidence right there.
Wow.
And you know what? It's not just girls too, because I've actually seen little boys struggle with their hair, especially if they are in a predominantly white school, and they see the white boys' hair a little bit more flowy and stuff like that. It's like I've had younger boys say, why my hair don't move like that, or you know, stuff like that. So you see it more in girls, but you do see it in young boys as well. So this is great. So Jen says, from my experience, men have told me they prefer women with natural hair than wigs, weaves, or even braids. They love our texture. What's up, Tanera? Tanera said, definitely messed me up. Oh, she's talking about the parent.
Well, look, let's keep it funky now. The Jerry
Tanera
curl
said it definitely messed me up.
The Jerry curl grew some hair out. People who didn't have a lot of hair back in the day, when they got that curl, the curl brought them on out.
There's
you can
a
say
little
what you want to
They
say.
was either greasy or dry.
Yeah, but your hair grew. Your hair would really grow. People that didn't have hair, they got their Jerry curl. It was like.
Yeah. See, Tanera says her son was like that. See? So that, she said, yes, my son was like that in kindergarten. Yeah, absolutely. You do see it in boys as well. So.
They don't want them problems, though, because you got to wash your hair every day. Don't worry about it, young man. It's other stuff that come with that hair right there. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So one of the things that, and it's I still cringe when people say this, and I do correct them, because I don't even think people with locks really know where the word comes from. But when I hear people refer to locks as dreads,
Oh yes.
I really struggle with that,
Me
especially
too.
when I found out where the word is rooted.
Dreadful.
Exactly.
It comes from dreadful,
Yes.
and then it was shortened to dreads. And I correct
Yes.
anybody
Yes.
who asks me something about my dreads. I'm like,
Yes.
well,
I don't have
that.
dreads. Yeah, I don't have that.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what I have is beautiful locks.
Right, right. I and even people that have locks, when they refer to themselves, we're wearing dreads or my dreads, I'm like, no, so you have to educate people. Let me tell you where this word comes from, because and they say, oh wow, okay, I'm gonna get my locks.
Right.
I didn't know, but yeah, absolutely. I just we don't do that. So, where can people find this? Where can people find your book?
So they can find it on my website. It's www.superhairsquad.com. The ebook is available on Amazon. So if you go to Amazon and put in Super Hair Squad, it comes up right on their ebook.
Okay.
I'm going to be at the Christiana Mall this weekend.
Yay! I was about to
Wow.
ask you, are you
Yes.
doing or have you done any live readings or anything like that?
So I'm actually going to be at the Christiana Mall.
Okay.
I have a table in front of J.C. Penney's. I'll be there Saturday.
Nice.
From open to 8 o'clock. And then
Woo,
I'll be
you gonna
there
be
on
working,
Sunday.
girl.
I
Wow.
know. I'll be there on Sunday from open to close.
Okay.
So I'll be there with my book. I'll be signing. I'll be talking about it.
Nice.
Selling it, obviously. I have other little things as well. Some puzzles and a couple other things in the
Okay.
works as well.
Okay, good.
And then I'm having an official book launch party on May the 20th at the Sharon Hill Library.
Okay, nice. Congratulations.
We invited?
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
That
Everybody
is
listening
awesome.
is invited.
I want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to ask you. Oh, so do you think you will be doing any type of because I know I think the schools will love this, especially
Absolutely.
doing visit at the schools and
Yes.
maybe reading to some of the classes
Absolutely.
when you
I
find
got
time.
the book at the end of the school year this year, but I'm definitely planning for next school year to just be able to come out to the schools. I
Yeah.
want to read to the children, talk to them. I'm really excited. I even would like to go to some daycares,
Yeah.
that have pre-K 4 because it starts so early.
Make that
I
happen
can
at
make
Head
that happen.
Start. Yeah.
Let me know when you're ready.
Absolutely. Yeah,
I got
next school
you.
year, definitely. If anybody wants to
That'd
reach
be
out
great.
to me, my email address is superhairsquad@gmail.com. So you can email me a request to come out. I'm very interested in reading to the children because I think this is something that all kids, and it's not
Yeah.
just for children of color. I know a lot of people think that, but I think all children need to know about different hair types.
Absolutely.
So I think a Latino child, a Caucasian child, Chinese
There's
child.
some Latinos with hair like ours.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think any child,
Yeah.
culturally, they would love to learn about our hair
Yeah.
and just learn about. This is a great story. So even
Yeah.
outside of it being three
Right.
black girls, these superhero girls kick butt.
Right. Right.
They are
Yep.
strong and powerful, and any little girl can see this and see themselves and feel powerful and
You
connected.
gonna have these little white young girls with some Afro puffs on their
Right.
head.
Absolutely.
They
and
steal
I'ma
everything
sell it
else.
to 'em,
Might as
and
well.
I'm gonna be the one to sell it to them. When it comes to Halloween costumes, you're gonna be able to get your super hair
Oh my
squad costume. I
gosh.
promise you.
I'm cracking up. Thanks, Anitra. She put it in the link for you. She your
Oh,
assistant
thank you.
tonight.
See, Mitra always got my back. I
She
promise
own it.
you. Go ahead, Mitra.
So what advice would you have to parents who are currently parents who are like our parents were when it comes to hair? What would you say to a parent now who always has to have a little girl hair straightened or flat ironed or permed? What would you say to that parent in reference to this whole super hair squad thing?
Yeah, I would just tell them, think about the message that you're giving to your child. Think about what changing the texture of their hair says about them. It says that your hair isn't good enough as it is. So you're already implementing that message. You're not good enough. Something about you isn't good enough.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're going to change it. So I would ask them to reconsider, and really think about that, and think about something positive that they can do instead of doing something of that nature.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here thinking where else do you need to go with this? because I think the message behind it, you know, I'm definitely going to put, we'll probably order a copy for the office because this is my copy. But, you know, of course, we service a lot of young girls, and this might be a nice addition to have in the office, in our therapy office. So young girls come in, and we actually we do have like representation of every child when you come in there when they're playing with things and stuff. So that's important. Jen says summer camps. Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah, summer camps. So I'm excited for you. I'm definitely excited.
This can go so many different places.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you said you've already written 30.
Yes. So all the 30 aren't all the way developed. So the first 6 are already completely written and done.
Okay.
And the next one I have titles and ideas.
Okay.
So they're not all the way finished. So I'm still working on the next part of the series. So I'm still looking for some characters as I'm meeting people. Right. You know, just adding. So the superhero squad, the Twisty Twins, the principals, certain characters obviously are in every book. But and we introduced, you know, like in book number 2, we have the Twisty Twins' mother.
Okay.
So she is in, and she's just like the Twisty Twins. They got it honest.
Right. Generational stuff, right?
Yes. So the second one is about a talent show. So they're at the talent show with their mother, who's a DJ.
Oh wow!
And so you know, it's a really
now
really cute story.
Is the mother someone that a character you wrote from?
She's actually my sister. My sister Shariba is who, and in the book, her name is Ready Rock Reba.
Ready Rock Reba.
It's Ready Rock Reba, and she's and you know where it came from? So we were coming back from Hershey Park years ago, and I'm not a good nighttime driver. I go to sleep. And my sister was in the car with me, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I need you to play music. Like, we got the jam the whole way back. Yeah. And she had me up. We jammed from Hershey Park back home. So I named her that day. I started calling her Ready Rock Reba. That was my name for her. So anyway, when I wrote the book, she entered Ready Rock Reba was in the place. I was like, she's the Twisty Twins mother. Yeah. And at the talent show, the Twisty Twins put on a performance, and Ready Rock Reba, their mother, is their DJ. So I'm not going to give anything else away. You got to buy the book to know more about it.
Wow.
But yeah, the first 6 are completely written out and done.
Nice.
But after that, I have ideas. I'm still integrating characters because I want every character to be somebody I know.
Yeah.
I think that's just so important to me. It's the representation.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's really amazing.
I love it. If you guys got any questions for Janell, drop them in the chat. Or you can give us a call if you would like to speak to her. You can give us a call at 267-908-3166. Again, we have Janell Foster, author and lawyer. And we're actually going to be talking about your other hat as well that you wear. So, yes, if you have a question for Janell or a comment, please feel free to put it in the chat. Or you can give us a call at 267-908-3166. What up, Safasia? Thank you for joining us tonight. All right, Janell. So now you are Janell Foster Esquire. So can you tell us a little bit about the other hat that you wear as a lawyer?
Yes, absolutely. So I have a firm in Media, Pennsylvania, which is Delaware County. That's where I'm from. And in my firm, we specialize in criminal, family, and elder law.
Okay. Criminal, family, and elder law.
Explain that. Break that down for people who might not know. They need you.
So elder law actually found me. It's so funny because when I went to law school, elder law wasn't even anything that I ever considered doing, but it just literally found me. So guardianships is what I do a lot. When people get to a certain age, unfortunately, family and friends, when they get Alzheimer's and they get dementia, it's a lot of elder abuse. It's actually more prevalent than even child abuse because it's not even talked about.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the elder abuse comes really financial because they have money, you know. And then when they have dementia, we have many people who have grandkids that put Cash App on their
Yeah.
phones and hook their grandparents' bank accounts to it and
Yep.
bleed them
Wow.
dry.
Yeah.
And they don't even know.
They don't know. It's so sad.
They have no idea. They take all type of things from them: money, things, food, and then sometimes they're even their caretakers. And the caretaker abuse from family members and friends has just been, it's been horrible. And I did not know it was so prevalent. And like I said, this type of work found me. So I do a lot of guardianships,
Okay.
as well as with elder law, wills.
Okay.
Another thing that we don't talk about a lot is
Right.
because we think, well, I'm gone, so who
Yeah.
cares?
Yeah.
But it's important. I have 3 brothers that I represent that have been fighting over their father's estate for 2 years because their father did not have a will.
Wow.
He had properties, cars, other things, policy, just all of these things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he didn't have a will. And so, you know how it is.
What is it with black people and not writing a will? What do you think that is?
Because they feel like it's bringing them closer to death. It's like, oh, I don't want to think about a will because what does a will signifies? It signifies
Yeah.
my death. And they're not ready to handle that. They think that's something that you have to do when you get old. Well, what's old?
Right.
People die
Yeah.
from before they're even born
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
100 and whatever the longest person lived for. So and none of us know when we're going to die. This isn't
Right.
for somebody quote unquote old.
Yeah.
It's because you don't want your loved ones fighting over.
Right.
And the other thing I hear is, I don't have anything. That's what everybody says. And then I say, okay, what about your wedding ring? You got 5 kids. Who's getting it? Do you want your kids fighting over that? What about this? What about that?
Yeah.
It's better if you just make the decisions, and then, kids can deal with it better.
Yeah.
When you've made the decision rather than you're leaving it to, and then everybody was mom's favorite. It's all of
Right.
that.
So they
Or
think.
what mom told me. That's another thing that I hear all the time. I've had people come to my office and they tell me that mom done told them 6 different things. Mom told this and that. Mom said that. And it's
Right.
possible.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
possible, but it's too much confusion. Just
Yeah.
write out, do you want to be cremated? Do you want to be buried?
Yeah.
Why leave your kids to fight over these things, And then it's more than when you die, because I do a living will. That's for why you're alive.
Yeah.
It's for if you're ever incapacitated.
Right.
And it doesn't even just mean Alzheimer's and dementia. You can get into a car accident and be unconscious for 3 days. In them 3 days, who's standing talking to them doctors making decisions?
Right.
And what I notice is always drunk cousin Allie who show up like, well, she told me
Right,
I
right.
was to make all her
Damn.
decisions. And it's somebody you would have never in your life said, if I'm down for 3 days, let this person make my
Right.
decision.
Exactly.
So, but guess what? We don't have
Yeah.
living wills. So who, if
Yeah.
you're unconscious for several days, who's
Yeah.
talking to the doctors making that decision? Who's saying, okay, amputate or not? Like, who's
Right.
Right.
and you
Right.
want a family member that you trust, who has a good head on their shoulder.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I hear is, well, I'm married, so it's my spouse. And I'm like, but what if you and your spouse are in a car accident together. And both of y'all are incapacitated?
Right.
Who's making the decision then?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's so many scenarios that you just don't think about, but you need to think about because you don't want to be left in that position even while you're alive.
Yeah.
I do a financial power of attorney because sometimes the person making your medical decisions isn't the same person you want down at the bank.
Right. Exactly.
saying?
Everybody got a skill. Everybody got a
Like I
skill set.
said,
Yeah.
And this is all if while you're alive. I keep telling people,
Like,
this
y'all
is
pull the
not
plug.
just- right. You know what? I checked her account and the way I'm looking
God
at everything.
said it's time for her to go.
If the Lord wanted her to live, this accident wouldn't have happened. Pull
Wow.
the plug.
Wow.
But seriously,
Oh
you
my
may
God.
not want, and it's like, even if you're unconscious, people have accidents and be unconscious for 30 days. Who's paying your bills?
Yeah.
And you can't just go down to the bank and say, I'm going to take care of it. It's all kinds of mess that goes on. So if you just appoint the people, and then I always say, if you're married, you appoint your spouse if you want. Sometimes you don't want. But then we also appoint an alternate. So if y'all are both down at the same time, you've chosen the next person in line that would make these decisions. But it's all of these things that not even about just dying. It's about what happens if something happens to you. And none of us can predict who's
Yeah.
getting in a car accident today or tomorrow
Absolutely.
or whatever have you. So
You know what? I
You
would
need to go
love.
and put me in charge of your living will in case you
Oh,
can't.
hell to the
You
no.
can't think for a couple of days. I'm gonna hold you down.
I locked
I'm gonna make
down.
sure the boys are
6
okay.
feet down. You gonna hold me
Listen,
6 feet
when
down.
when you come back with us, your life gonna be just as it was when you laid down and took a nap for a month. Don't you worry about nothing. I just need to have permission though. So me and your mom ain't getting into it. I don't want no problem, Ms. Williams. So make sure. And the boys to know.
You done made me forget what I was going to say.
Uncle Ed is
Oh
here to
my
hold it all
gosh.
together. So, while you thinking your question, I got a question.
Wait a
Okay,
minute.
go ahead. All right, go ahead.
Okay. So first of all, I would love to have you come back and do a show straight about wills, like all of that. I would love to. So I definitely want to get that set up. Second, I also think too, people don't. So financial literacy is so important, and this is why I was talking about that show, How to Get Rich. And it's not about how to get rich. It's about what your rich life looks like, right? But financial literacy is just something that we need more of in our community. Number one. Number two, what can one expect to? Because I think people may think it's so much financially to get a will or live in will and stuff like that. I know it's a range, but what can someone expect to pay to do something like that so they're not thinking it's outside of their reach? Or maybe it is outside of their reach, but they need to y'all take afterpay or anything like that.
You know what?
Karma,
I need to start taking some afterpay in corner.
Everybody take afterpay. But all jokes aside, but like what is the what is the financial what is that range? I say, because I know you can't give a specific number, but what does that range look like?
So it looks anywhere for me between $400 and $1,000.
Oh, that's pretty good.
You know, sometimes it's more near 1,000 if you do have a lot more. You can set up trust accounts for kids because you're like, look, they got this life insurance policy.
Okay.
And I don't want them to have it until they're 30 because it's $500,000 and giving that to an 18-year-old doesn't sound good.
Right,
to me.
right.
So I want to set up a trust. I want to put it in somebody else's name. You know, just different things that, you know, need. So if you have more complicated things, it's more near the higher.
Okay.
But if you know, you may be somebody that doesn't have kids or don't have a lot of different, you know, so it's closer to the 400.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
So 2 questions. What do you think about people who, I've seen this on TV, people leave their wealth to their animals?
Yes.
What kind of foolishness is that? Now, how does that work?
Well, you know why people do it? Because people want to make sure their animals are taken care of. And so I actually set up animal trust accounts.
Really?
Yes. And so what that consists of, you can set a certain amount of money aside. It doesn't have to be your whole fortune like we hear about, but it's a smaller amount. You can say, listen, this is my dog, and I love my dog, and I want my family member to get it, but I know that they're going to treat my dog like crap if they don't have money for food and vet. They ain't taking it to the vet. They're going to feed it scraps. Like, so I'm going to leave them $400 a month or $200 or whatever it is to go towards food and vet bills. So I'm going to set up that trust it's an animal trust. So I've talked to people about that, and it's like, they know they're a dog lover. They're always going to have a trusted dog, and they look around at their family like this dog will end up at the kill shelter by the end of the week.
Wow.
Well, attach some money to him.
Right. I bet tax some money to this, and then all my family members are going to step up and be like, for $400 a month,
I'll take them.
She always wanted me to have
Give
this
me
dog.
Poochie.
I love this dog.
Wow.
So what happens with the trust for the dog if the animal pass away? Where does that?
And then we talk about
They will
that.
talk about that.
Do
Okay.
you want the money to go to charity? Do you want the money to be left to the beloved person who has decided to take your pet on?
Wow.
We talk about
That
all
dog
of that.
will live as long as I lived.
You probably stuffed the dog and
if
walked it.
if he died the next day, his ass is alive.
You probably stuffed the dog and drag it around on a leash like he's still alive.
Hey, damn, that dog got 170. Yeah, he's still around.
Give me my $400 a month, please.
No doubt. So here's my last question for you. I know this is not the law that you practice. However, law is law at the end of the day, right? Could you, if you had to, help Tariq and Monet if they got in the jam with the feds? Could you help them get out of that jam?
Could I help? I don't do federal cases, so I could not help.
You refer them?
I would refer them to an attorney who specializes in federal
Good
cases,
answer.
which I do not.
Okay, that's honest. All right.
Good answer.
Because I know people know you're a lawyer. They come to you, oh, let's call Janelle. It could be something ain't got nothing to do with what you do, but they want you to help them, right?
They do, and I lead them to the proper attorney that can help them. I mean, and then I'm a Pennsylvania attorney, so a lot of times I get calls from Delaware.
Yeah.
You know, because I live in Delaware,
Right.
and practice in
Law in
Pennsylvania.
PA, yeah.
I do, because Pennsylvania is where I'm from, Delaware County. So I wanted to be where where I could help the people that I grew up with, my
That's
family,
right.
and things like that.
That's
But
right.
anyhow, so they call me and I refer them. I
Yeah.
refer them to. I know a lot of lawyers in Delaware, Pennsylvania. Just from networking, people I went to law school with.
Are there a lot of black lawyers in this area?
No,
Really?
it's not. When I graduated law school, it was 9 of us.
Out of how many? Would you,
The
if you had
class
to guess?
probably had about 100 and something, and it was just 9 of us. And we started with probably about 50 black students, and
Oh,
the
they just
window
kinda dropped out,
down.
Yeah.
Well, they let them go. Every semester
Yeah.
they let more and more go. So they dwindled us down to 9. I was like one of the
Wow.
last men standing, type
Dang.
of situation. So
That could be a sorority or a fraternity to bring that together.
absolutely. And all of us are doing amazing things.
Yeah.
All of us. One of my friends that graduated, Danita, she is an amazing, amazing public defender in Philadelphia. Doing
Nice.
great things. So
Nice.
another one of us stayed at the law school, and he's in charge of the diversity there. So
Okay.
he's doing
Nice.
great things there. So all 9 of us are doing amazing things.
All right.
All right. Awesome.
Do you guys get together?
Every now,
You get
not
up
as a 9.
Okay.
Separately we
Uh-huh.
talk and all that. We
Okay.
should do that though, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Good.
That'd be a great
Divine
picture.
nine, Yeah.
Absolutely.
Be a great picture.
Wow.
Widener,
Yes, we went to
Yes.
Widener.
Yes.
the
That's
Widener
it.
9. There
Yes.
you
Go ahead. Yes, PWI. I'm Widener too. Go ahead and say.
I
He always messes with me about PWI. It's okay. I have a Widener alumni in here with me too.
Yes.
It's
Damn,
okay.
boy.
I didn't say anything about
Okay.
that.
All right.
Your kids ain't going to know PWI.
Janelle, this has been great. Awesome. Very, very informative. Guys, definitely pick up her book, Super Hair
Yes.
Squad, No More Wi-Fi. I love the title. Beautiful illustration, and I can't wait to read it. So
Illustration
I'm
is
really
dope.
excited. Yeah. And I love the message behind it. Thank you for doing this too. Thank you for doing this book, writing the book, putting the your creativity and the message that you have behind it. Because sometimes we put stuff out there and it ain't no message behind it. We just put it out there and say, well, I wrote this or I did this.
Right.
But, you have a message behind it, and, that's what's up. So please tell everybody where they can get the book again so they can support you and where to follow you. And that's all going to come up
Absolutely.
as well.
Yes, so the book is on my website, www.superhairsquad.com. Also, if you would like to download the ebook, it is on Amazon on the ebook, just under Super Hair Squad as well. I will also be at the Christiana Mall this weekend. I'll be there Saturday and Sunday. I have a vendor booth in front of J.C. Penney's,
Okay.
so you can definitely check me out there, as well as a book launch at the Sharon Hill Library on May the 20th. So you can also come to that and check out my webpage. I'm also always posting new events and things that I'm doing. And I'm always looking for someone to sponsor me to start a cartoon.
Okay,
So
okay.
if you're a
Yep.
cartoonist and you know anything about a cartoon and you want to reach out to me and partner up with me,
Put it out there.
I'm actually starting to shop around that seriously, because
Yeah.
that's the
No, this
vision
is
that I
definitely a
see for
cartoon.
this.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So
Awesome. Give it up. Give it up.
Yes.
We tell my Delaware people, Stefancia. Okay. Thanks, Stefancia. Appreciate that. Listen, give it up for Janell Foster.
Yes.
I mean, amazing job. And thank you so much for coming in. And I definitely want to
Absolutely.
have you back
yes.
because I want to talk all things because this is important.
Yes.
Living wills, like all of that. So definitely would like to have you back. And I'll probably be trying to find somebody that's located in Delaware. So I know you can't.
Yeah.
You know, somebody that's located in Delaware, so those type of things can be, you know, taken care of.
Or what, you're living or you're dying? Which one?
Both.
Which one I'm gonna be a part
I'm about to leave to go to Aruba, man.
of? Which one I'm gonna be a part of?
You want to
You
know
know
how much
what?
you're going to leave your co-host?
I'm not.
You gonna leave me rebirth? You already know what I'm gonna do. I'm changing the name to afterbirth. Put him to the
You said
afterbirth.
pre-birth. Did you say? I thought you said pre-birth before.
Oh, pre-birth. All right, we're gonna call it pre-birth then. Whatever. Leave me this if you want to.
I can't with y'all.
It'll be a whole different show when you get to
Lord
heaven.
have mercy.
When you tune in from heaven that first Monday night, it's gonna be a different show.
I'm gonna be like, oh my God.
Jesus, you gonna turn to God.
Censor,
Right?
beep beep. Everything's gonna be
listen.
beep
Jesus,
beep.
what is going on?
You're going to have to put in a clause.
Exactly. Yes.
Things start to go awry. Shut him down immediately.
Immediately.
Turn his mic off.
Jen's gonna be your power of attorney. Is that what you call it? Try whatever. Yeah. So she'll have the directions to shut you down.
Oh, jeez.
I'm only playing, friend. What's up, Delisa? Yes, Delisa, pray for him. Please pray for him. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Thank you to the amazing, beautiful Janell Foster Esquire. I was
Yes.
put
Yes.
Esquire in front of your
That's
last
okay.
name.
Thank y'all for having me on.
Yeah,
I so
absolutely,
appreciate it. I really,
absolutely.
really do.
Guys, make sure you go out there and get the book Super Hair Squad, No More Wi-Fi. So, and share it. Share it. Get it for your grandkids. You know, get it for yourselves. You
Get
know,
to support
yeah,
this sister. How
support,
about that?
Absolutely.
Even if you can't read and you are a Braille person, don't worry about
Yes.
it. Just get for
Thank
the collection.
you, Shauna, for posting where it's going to be this weekend.
You know
Thank
what? You just can't.
It's Braille.
Good night, everybody. Thank you. I will see you guys next Monday night at 7 p.m. Well, I actually won't see you next Monday night. Eli
I'll
will
be
be
here
in
with
the
the
building.
squad. We're going to
Yes.
turn up.
I will be out.
I'm bringing the wine next
I
week,
will
baby.
be out. Listen, guys, make sure you check out, go to rebirthu.com. We have 2 virtual groups that's coming up. One is called Rediscovering Her, and the second one is called Healing Her, and that's about healing after infidelity and betrayal. So make sure you go to Rebirth You and find out more information about those 2 virtual groups that are going to be coming up. And shout out to everybody that tuned in tonight. We so appreciate you. What's up, Priscilla? Thank you so much. All right, guys, I will see you the following Monday, but
Yes.
Eli will be here next Monday at 7 p.m.
Holding it down.
Holding it down. Got to give a special shout out to my assistant, Jen Marshall. She has been doing an amazing job behind the scenes and making sure everything is running. So I appreciate you, sis.
As you say
Definitely
that,
gotta
the
put the
mic
love
gets
out
a little
there.
staticky.
Yeah. And also to my boy right here. Can't do it without you. You know I appreciate you. Oh, gosh.
For
I
sure.
hope I make it back from Aruba. I don't know. I'm giving all these shout outs.
Yeah, you need to stop shouting people out right now because it'd be a little, don't do that.
I'll see you guys when I come back. I will be in Aruba the rest of the week doing a women's retreat. So I'm so excited, blessed, and humble and grateful to have this opportunity again. So I will have a lot of footage and details when I come back to share with you guys. Until then, have a blessed night.
Peace.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This your boy T-Lo. Yo, what's Gucci? This your man Tweet.
What up, y'all? DJ Kid Fresh.
What's up? This your boy RL.
And we're next in the
And you're rocking with The Rebirth every Monday at 7 p.m. You know you're sexy too. I like your attitude.
What else?
I ain't even mad at you. But you know that's enough. No, you know what? Tune in at 7. See you Monday.
There it
Peace.
is.